your girl, Miss B. Live, straight talk with Miss B with Q's. No, we're here tonight. What we got?
Love you, Tori.
And we got
You need to say my name.
your Katima here visiting. It's better. And we got
Lady the haircut lady.
Lady the haircut lady, and we got, because y'all kept putting me off guard, Kitty Cat Cow and Lena the haircut lady, and she had like a cheeseburger, and that's all I'm gonna say. We know the last time she ain't had cheeseburger since the last time. All right. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all was Tori cooked and it's throwing me off. All right. Tapas burger started. And if you feel some kind of way, hold tight, put it in the comments. I'm going to read this.
Please put it in the comments.
All right. First topic is lessons in relationships. Lessons from bad relationships. So here's how the question came about. You know how you'll hear men say women have trust issues. Or you got trust issues. Or your problem is you got trust issues. But is it that she have trust issues, or do she just know what she been through and she moving cautious, safely, not to fall in that same trap again?
Sometimes it's both.
Can you explain that for me, please?
Because you got some of them that keep making the same mistake over and over again. They don't learn from that mistake. And then from the beginning, from what they've seen with others, they don't trust anybody. And instead of fixing themselves, they just put it on the next one. And if you're going to keep accusing somebody, they're going to do it.
Right. So what I'm saying is, if they're not accusing, they just, moving cautiously, something that don't look kind of right, they make sure I did last time. So that, to me, that's not a trust issue. It's just sleep.
But some people have very valid reasons of moving the way they're moving. Right. And then you got some of them that really do have trust issues.
How you know the difference?
You got to know you.
You have to see what's wrong with why the issue keep happening. Is it you? Is it the people you're choosing? Is it where you're meeting them? Like, what's the common denominator?
Right. Even when you meet them, still, you got to put you in the factor also. You can't just keep blaming people. That's true. You're the person that keeps picking these people. So maybe it's your kind of person that you keep getting fuck ups. People that need to be taken care of, and people that need shit, that want shit. Some people just give us. So you look for men.
Because it's plotters who actually look for give.
Like I'm producing things. That's all I've done. I take care. So I tend to sometimes put that in my personal life also. Right? As soon as somebody don't feel good, what you need? You want me to always trying to take care of somebody. Right. Take care of me.
Right. So when you moving different in your next relationship,
but what if I'm in because now I'm getting fucked? Oh, because I'm so fucked over that now I don't trust nobody because nigga, you lying. I don't fucking believe you. You have to fucking know that.
So that's the question.
So I'm not even gonna give you a chance.
Is this a woman with trust issues, or is it a woman trying to be cautious?
Cautious, but I think that's where the man has to come in. So if you have an open communication with the dude and you tell him why you're moving that way, what you've been through, and then they're not doing anything to give you that security, and they label you a nah, I don't have no fucking trust issues, bitch. Where the fuck you live? Why I can't come to your house? Yeah. Right. Why I can't get in your car? Why you only talking to me a certain time during the day? So you can tell me I got trust issues, but I can't reach you. I got it. Why you got trust right here?
Continue with your view on it.
No, I just piggyback on what Ron and what Lena is saying. Is you have to look at both angles. You have to look at yourself, and you have to look at the guy and the guy's moving. If he's moving shady, then you got to look at how he's moving, or ending up in a bad relationship. You can't always say that it's the guy. You got to look at yourself.
Well, it's him because it is bad what he's doing, But I gotta look at myself.
Says that it's always something bad. Why can't be you on your best bullshit?
Right.
That's the whole now. It ain't always the guy. It's
not
the
always
Hey, Big
women.
Bear.
I've
Hey, Kim,
seen
Kim
women.
Butler. Hey, Chase. Chase, I'm sorry. I just had to say. But yes, some women do have issues where they got something to say all the time, or they find a problem all the time. Well, you know, that's the difference. That's what I'm trying to
Nothing
get.
that the man
the
do,
balance
they're
to show.
never satisfied.
They're
Women
never
is
satisfied
never
with
satisfied. So shit bad because of him. No, it's going sour because ain't nobody gonna keep putting up with that.
But the
No
thing
matter
is,
who
up,
you are,
and
what
it's no
side
matter
you
who
are.
you are, but also a lot of times women have or men have been in situations to make them safe for the next situation. I know what you're looking for. I already know when he starts saying, "Well, put that on." I don't like your hair like that. You ain't asking like that. What made you get it like that? Or what made you wear those pants? You think you might want to switch? Because I like you when you wear this. They're not saying that. He said, don't put them pants on. Don't get your hair like that. What time you be back? Calling you. It's almost the time you got on your way back. Listen, because some control issues are coming. Know the cue words. And if he don't have control issues, please don't give me the cue. Put your sign down. You see red flag.
You 17.
You know where I was coming at. What the fuck you doing? You 17 I'm in a club. I remember when you fucking phone.
You must be somewhere. It was something you was.
I was
You know
dancing.
what?
Hey,
I was shaking my ass in the club with my homegirl, and I couldn't do it.
But they also had fucking,
And a lot of times the men have the
So you put two people together, and both of y'all got issues.
power up.
Now both of y'all
and
fucked up.
sometimes it's a trauma.
Or guilty conscience.
Same thing.
Yeah, that's a good one because you find a lot of men do things, and because especially when they want to go somewhere, they want to call you 50 times to see where you are. Not because they're checking on you. They don't want to wind up at the same place you keep hearing. That much. You want the coast. You need the coast to be clear. You need the clearance to be wide open because I need to be able to walk without ducking because I'm with an old girl. But my wife could possibly be in that corner. Y'all will see the first time. Right.
Let's go to the dragon. Because that is over.
But what about when you say, you know what? I don't even want to go no place. He hit it in. I'm just going to drag it. You know, both
in
pop
the
out.
same place.
Then he walk you out and say, "Did she following me? Me and my friend don't keep having a good time."
You lied. You said you was in there.
No,
I
that's
told.
I
I
know.
know. You never on here. Fuck you.
I changed my mind.
That's right. That's right. So you kind of like it all kind of balances out. I just think that labeling people too soon, you got trust in people. You the bad person, you this, you that, before you even know how far to get in. It's like on another show, women have been in this intuition when a man is cheating, when a man is up to something. But the man, yeah, but the man, the gentleman who gave up the question, hey Dre, hey Carl, oh that's Carl, hey, the man who gave up the question said, what about when he feel down. He don't feel love. He don't feel like he's doing a job. Your woman's intuition tell you then, I'm a blessed man. Let me give you another one. Why your woman intuition keep in when he ready to step in the street? The whole time he come home from work and tired, grinding, and making sure you got what you got, the house need what it needs, the kids got what they got, the kids do this, done that, done. As soon as he starts seeing this bitch, your woman intuition all the fucking time before that when he was tired, bitch you ain't off an ice pack, a Tylenol, not a you ain't offered the man nothing, but now your woman intuition man, you popping up, you switching people's phone, you violating my privacy. I'm out of here.
I just feel like when people accuse you and just keep accusing you, wait another out.
sometimes.
What I would have is a lot of times when it comes to a situation like that, you can help on stuff. You don't want the wife to do anything. You don't want her to watch it. You're paying for a nanny. You're paying for a housemaid. You're paying for this. You're paying for that. You just want her to look. Then when you're tired and want her to be that wife that you should have had in the beginning, she's like, oh no, fuck that.
Yeah, well, she had for you doing it.
That I didn't have to cook. I didn't have to do nothing. I won't watch the damn
They running all through this mother.
What about as a woman, this man has allowed me to not have to do all these things. It's my pleasure to do it.
But you could say that, but if she's looking at she's doing exactly you probably don't want to do that either. You created a monster.
Started going from the jump, and with me is what I'm going to do. Don't wait 2 or 3 years from now and then try to change and be like, well, I don't like this. I've been doing this shit for fucking 7 days or 62 days and 35 goddamn hours. Now, your stupid ass want me to stop. What the fuck?
But after you grow. So when you grow and you mature, your expectations they change. What you wanted at 19, do you want at 40?
No. But if I met you at 40,
So here's the thing,
right now,
let me know, baby, when we get 30, tell me when we get 30, whether we evaluate our contract. You don't just switch up, or you just switch up out of the blue and you don't have to sit down with something. Talk to the mate. Say things are changing. How about we try this now? How about we do this instead of open communication will fix all of it. Open communication.
You have some of them that I don't think it's maturity. I think it's you gotta have communication that you want to change.
Yeah.
Because if you tell me at the
You
beginning
change,
you don't
you
want
go
your
to
woman
the
to do this, and they don't do it. Tell them that you want it, so you want someone else to do it.
Oh no, because I thought that the statement was made that they did say this is what they want now.
No, that's what we're saying. Like that's why people move differently because she comes to them once her intuition say doing something. So no, it was no communication made. The years just went on in the process.
And your wants change, but you never
But nobody
did
did
your want.
Did you go? Thank you.
Relationships and medicine and then at the expiration date, y'all get to sit down and talk about how the fuck the time went. Like,
Well, actually, they have an explanation.
No, fuck out that's the part. We get married on the expires May the 1st, 2027. When 2027
We gotta
comes,
go to court.
we can sit down
Without
together at this
documentation.
table and be like, look, you still love me.
But if you have
Is
open
there something that you
communication,
want
you
to
don't have to wait
change?
till
Something that I'm
2027.
not doing something. Right, but if 2027 comes and you be like, no, bitch, I've been tired of you.
Then
I'm
y'all
ready
have
to go.
then y'all don't have-
Just leave.
but then y'all don't have you can do that without having if you had open communication, you would never be there. You would have dealt with that way before 2027. Like I don't know why I married your ass.
Yeah, and then be able to say because that open communication means a lot of people do it.
But with open communication, it has to be open and honest though. You can't sit there and converse all the time, but then you're conversing lies.
Even with the open communication, if you communicate something to me, that I'm gonna do it.
Like no, it shouldn't be that way.
Well, I'm
Even
not.
if you, it shouldn't be that way. That's what I'm saying. You got to just like when you go to work.
Yeah.
Certain jobs is a forever changing environment. Okay, your relationship is forever changing. You got to be able to. Marriage is an ongoing negotiation. You know, you gotta come and meet up in the middle. They may not like this, or you may want to do this, and they may not. But y'all meet in the middle and say, you know what? We can come to this compromise right here. Or if it's something that they don't like about you, or you don't like about them, y'all can come right here and say, okay, baby, we gonna compromise. We gonna come right here and work that thing out. Or if it's something that they don't like, and you just need to you just stop it to make you just trying to be a better person. But if you don't want to be a better person, that's the only time you're not going to do it. Is if you don't want to better yourself.
But when I say communication, it has to be open and honest communication. If you sense something is wrong, you like, all right, baby, let's talk. Let's have a conversation. And I sit down like, what's wrong? I noticed you moving. You're not coming home. You know, you wait till I go to sleep to come home. We ain't had sex yet. You all right? Oh, you already gone. But what we need to talk. Let me know. You know, everything is you need to talk to me. Like, what's going on? What's going on? And they're like, nah, but you're communicating that. You're communicating, but they're lying. They're not being honest. And then what? You want to say,
I was about to say another 5 days and you back.
7 days. Not just communication.
Right. And another thing that when it comes to communication, you have to be sensitive to another community. And that's both ways, for a man and a woman. Especially the men, you are not really open. So when they find a place where they can be open, you have to be that safe place for them. Or you know what, they are going to lie because they don't feel like it. They don't feel like the argument. They don't feel like the misunderstanding. They don't feel like it. And the same thing with the woman. I want to be safe when I go to this man and express my, communicate and tell them, like what's wrong. If he asks me, I want to be able to express openly what's wrong and not have to wear masks and all that stuff. If fine is clean. Love each other. And you open up to that person. They are your safe person. That's your person. You open up and you pull your heart out to the person. Somehow, somebody else did this to you, and somebody you're not trying to help you. Sometimes you have to stop. Sometimes you got to stop. That's one thing that you would just have to stop. They like to go in your face. Observe that, but you're teaching that man. In other words, I've learned in different scenarios and situations and relationships that when it comes to you feel a man, you gotta express what you just said. What you know. No. You give your latitude of completion.
I want to say that's girl. I say that's good. I apologize. Maybe the first part. Your first comment was wrong, but I'm looking at very attentively and I apologize.
Right. So no, what I'm saying is, what was the last thing you said? No. I'm saying, what was the last thing you said? Right to that, because it was a thought. That threw me off. You're making mistakes and you won't come. No, you said we need to know. You said we need a guy. Yep. All right. Let me think. All right. Thank you. So you need a guy, and you're saying that you tell him the things that hurt you, this and the third. We needs to. That's why I find that I put that on hold. I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you.
You're not telling them? I didn't say that.
I said
wait a minute, one at a time because we're saying two different things.
Right.
And I want to attack you. You as you said.
Based on what you said. Based on what I'm saying. Correct. The first time. I'm holding that because I want to know. Sometimes you can give ammunition to a wolf in sheep's clothing by telling them that information. So all I'm saying is, if you are who you say you are, you're going to be good to me without me having to tell you what dogged me out in my last relationship. If you're a good person, you're a good person. But if you're not, I'm giving you the blueprint on how to play me. until it's too late. That's all I'm saying. So that's what I wanted to say based on what she said. Once you get your person, you make that your person. You can be able to talk to that person about anything. You know, I'm sitting in the room crying because I got depression. You want to know what's wrong. I should be able to tell you what's wrong.
Yeah.
Without 2 months from now,
That now is
saying,
time for me to tell you.
whatever, man, come on, that bitch, whatever. And I just told you 2 months ago that I had issues with my weight,
Right.
or people that call me fat because I got health issues or something like that. But now you're doing that against me, and now I'm a fat bitch. So how don't you? How can I do that?
So this is my thing. I get what you're saying. You basically give them a monster. You can't from under the bed and give them a 12 to the bed. But if you're a monster, like if you're a monster, flat out, whether I give you the candy or not. So I'd rather go ahead and say this is what it is. Once, especially if I know you're gonna be my person, my good thing, I need to tell you what it is. So I can't tell you you're wrong, or I'm mistreated, or I'm mishandled, or neglected. Let me finish. Like I let you finish. I can't tell you where you're wrong or how hurt I am if I ain't even never tell you what hurt me. Black doors scare me, but one day I come home, you done painted all the doors black. Baby, you never told me that. Oh, well, I was going to tell you what I was doing 2 months in. No, nigga, I'm telling you today, I don't like cat. Please don't have your cat out, or I just can't come in cold enough. I have to tell you, that's just me and who I am, I guess. I feel like, you have to say it. If I don't say it, and then you do it later, then I got to worry about my hurt that I'm already dealing with from whatever took place. And I got to explain in my hurt moment. Can I explain in my hurt moment? No, because I'm still. So now my person is feeling some type of way because they like, I didn't even mean to. So now once I calm down, talk to them, they like, I don't even like this. Now they don't want to talk to me. You know what? Everybody's lopsided, arguments that take place, and for no reason when we could have already talked about this, hashed it out. How do you make somebody a person without giving the blueprint of being my person? If you're going to be my person, I need you to know, you know what, it is raining hard. It's supposed to be hard. You call and say, baby, I see. I don't know if you can see outside the building where your office is. Like, be my person. If I don't never tell you, you don't know. I was in a car the other day with a friend who banged a U-turn ready to go on the highway. I said, oh, you go on the highway, you gotta go to the highway to get to the house. And then they realize, well, you know what? You did tell me this. So let me do it this way. But if I had never said anything, it would have been on 695 and I've been there trying to get my anxiety under control. I just think if you be open, once you decide, like the friend, once I decided this is my friend, one day I decided to open up about my anxiety.
That part.
If I'm in a relationship, once I feel like you are my person, I'm gonna open up and give you my stuff. If you use it against me, okay, I thought it was different
I
timing.
think she
So
said
it probably was just how it came out.
I think it's the way it was worded,
Yeah, it was
but it's the same.
Yeah.
Once you know the person.
I'm saying not in the beginning.
Not like today. I met him tonight and I'm telling them tonight. Yeah, no, I don't think nobody actually says on the first night.
That's not true.
Oh, yeah. Some
That's
people
all I'm
did.
just saying.
Some people did. I just got
I ain't gonna miss this. You can open that door.
yeah, I can't leave it go because we're in a studio. All right.
Your ideal mate. Having things in common with your mate.
Say it again.
Your ideal mate.
Yeah, what's your ideal mate? What are you looking for in a person? Should y'all have those things in common? Things in common. Like, what are your ideal things that y'all should have in common? 5 things that you feel like y'all gotta have in common.
was y'all with the money to eat.
Gotta be able to travel. Number one, you gotta have a passport. Go travel.
That's why, Sean, give me one.
Talk to me the way you want me to talk to you.
You gotta have that confidence. That's respect.
Yeah. As soon as you come off smart, you come back. So you want me to talk to you?
Okay, give us one.
Well, of course, everybody is saying communication, but a good sense of humor. And that's with respect. Definitely with respect.
You gotta have your own.
Everything? Yeah.
So what if they don't drive? And but they got the
She just said you
It's
gotta
not
have.
gonna work. No man, because I don't like driving.
So why would I do it to somebody
I
else?
don't like.
But I would say.
Well, can he have a license? Okay.
My choice. No.
Yeah, you're entitled to that. We gonna keep it just like you just said. What you wanna say, you wanna have one of them what?
Nothing. It's just as long if let's just say let's say a car. You know, I may have a car, he may not. But if he's not putting on me a burden and he's holding his own, then I'm gonna give him that. If he's saying, "Oh, babe, I'll meet you there. I'll Uber there, or I'll Uber to you," and then we can go from there, or something like that. Then, as long as I'm not feeling the burden of having to fill in that lack for whatever it is that he may not have, it will turn out to be a guy on his ride going somewhere with it, you know. And eventually, we do get one. You know what I'm saying? But I miss my blessing because I looked at the point in time that he didn't have it, that I wasn't willing to deal with, whatever it may have been, and then he gets it, and now you look, and then he done blew up his going.
And that happens a lot. Women,
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
It's just that everybody has what they want because everybody is different.
Yeah.
And I love this. I'm trying to tell you about myself.
right.
So if you traveling is not on everybody's to-do list.
Yeah. 'Cause some people ain't
I know
even
people in their 50s, they it's not in their to-do list.
Mhm.
But for me, it's been I can't even tell you how long I've been doing it. So if you want to deal with me, that's one of the criteria you have to meet. And that's one of my top 5 of with respect. I don't care to say, okay, that's fine. We can be friends. We don't need to take this any further because I'm drawing a line right there. But that's my personal preference. I don't knock nobody that don't want to do what I don't want to do. I'm just not going to force myself to be like, okay, I'm not. I choose to be happy.
And then, especially when you get to a certain age, you just want your boxes checked. I don't think so. On my list, I wouldn't say that you have to have the car, but you got to have that driver's license. Because I don't like to drive. But you got your driver's license. Come on, you can drive me. I'm just not the driver.
Mm-hmm.
I need that compassion and respect. I need that person to be able to use their words necessarily. Because I'm a person who uses my words. Sometimes, if you don't use your word, if I was dealing with someone who don't use their words back to me, my mind, this one will draw a hell of a conclusion. And I'm gonna tell you, friend, I draw all the wrong conclusions. I think the worst in everything. The reason I'm like that is because let's do with past trauma. And like I said earlier, some things you just learn and you prepare for. So I know the traumatic things that can happen that you don't see coming. So I'm going to think it unless you are a communicator, unless you know how to use your word, unless you know how to man, take care of me, because I'm a person who's gonna jump in and do everything she gotta do. You already know, and she gonna do it. And I do it. Even if I'm on the phone, I gotta be waiting there. The van will be up until tomorrow.
I feel like the thing should do that. Because when I say that, I mean, you might have a roommate, I don't give a fuck. But if you live with your mom and your auntie and your sisters and stuff, and every time you gotta see each other, you're like, I'm on my way over there. Why the fuck I can't Oh, yeah. You know, everybody here, they gonna want to talk. You be loud. Like, motherfucker, what the fuck? I'm really clean. Come on, fuck you.
And that's the thing. I'm telling you, from my front door to the my room, when she just put me up against the wall, me, but the train does not stop. At the front door, and they lined up neat though. They are neat. But I got shoes lined up. When you get to that room, the carpet explode. No, I just got. It's clean. It's clean. That's clean. That's what's. That's like. That's it.
But you got a place though.
But I did have.
I do have the place.
I did have a place.
I don't want to clean.
Because I know Rodney Pierce, because Rodney Pierce just said, if you never been showing the other two ladies. That's what you got on plate. But I'm gonna go ahead and put the what? Yeah. Rodney Pierce is awesome. And I'm not even gonna support Rodney Pierce. It's been like our biggest supporters. That's the link, Rodney Pierce, for YouTube. Just put it in the comments.
Also, I like we are guys after I go to work and white pants all day. Somebody old ass ladies smack the shit out of me yesterday. I want to come home and be able to just have a drink and we trip fucking balls.
And I need our sense of humor to look like our sense of humor. What other people have to say, I do not care. It's my business. Because if he say, bitch, keep flipping, I'm going to say, bitch, keep flipping. And we, but that's how it is.
So I take the shot and then scream it right and fuck up.
Right,
Right. You keep on that.
Comment from the Bro Show on Instagram. Every man should have his own everything. 45 with the lady. Body basic. Y'all doing that. Thank you for the production team in the comments and Rocky. But Bro Show, I agree. You should have your own. But sometimes some people are working towards their own. So you think I'm gonna miss a good thing that fits? I got 5 boxes. He checked 4 of them.
Right.
And I'm gonna not be with him because he might live with his grandmother, or he live with his cousin, or his sister. No, we just gonna sit there and we're gonna do you moving with me after a while, working on the place. Let me start getting. I'm gonna help him get where the Greek can be word. He could be standing in the janitor, but he got secret. That means he got some good credit. That means he can get what he needs. He just needed. I mean, from whoever, he just needs to be lined up with what he needs, and I could be that missing. I could be that missing.
If you ask me to come home at 1 o'clock and we already know the fucking end, I sure if we got that grandmother house, my goddamn code on that way tonight, got shit on under there, you know, fucking great grandma be like, hey, I can't, fucking coochies everywhere around. I got drawers on, like, sit down, come on in the kitchen, man.
So you're ready to see him with Randy ass out everywhere. I feel you. That's like, Daddy. You are down here, come on up. Everybody coming. They come down and say, come on with your plastic soda. Everybody coming down here. Come on, what y'all down here doing? Watching nothing but ass.
Waiting for Sharon to take a coat out. She's been there for 45 minutes.
I know she's sweating. I am your couch going short when I get up.
I'm very comfortable when you trying to get upstairs.
And that's your grandson eating his ass. All right, real quick, y'all on Instagram. Ebags, hey, Ebags, you saying, what can a woman do for me if I got my own everything?
It's a security not having my friend.
So make Ebag do some women that, but when Ebag is hard,
You about to get his ass knocked the fuck up, and then he come home stressed the fuck out. Who gonna get the oil out? Who gonna give his ass a shower?
who Who gonna pay them bills? Why until he find a new job because he got fired?
Hold on. It feels good for that. He don't even remember none of that shit. It's not all about buying shit and helping you get shit.
Right.
Sometimes you need a motherfucking woman right there and pray touch you.
I think that's
And
where,
then
I'm gonna read the next comment when I get a
but
chance.
I personally feel that's where everybody gets the movie. Everything's the game, right? But then you look at it, it's always, I don't need a man or I don't need a woman to do anything for me. You shouldn't go into a relationship thinking what they can
What
do
can they
for
do for
you.
you?
Man,
But you
I
can,
mean,
What you need him to do that?
no, I'm just saying, I would never say,
But you know, every so many women.
okay, but they don't need a man.
Yeah,
Just like you
it's
said,
the-
we can you
I know, I can't agree with you.
have that mentality of what sex can do for you. If that one try to do something, then can y'all be there for each other?
Yeah, help build each other.
I'm already giving the grades, but babe, look, I'm talking. You need to be at the door. When she stopped me, she said,
It's gonna be Gucci
I'm gonna
everywhere.
flash the ring.
All right. I'm talking about whether you need a man or a woman. Oh, how bad I needed a fucking man today. Man, I was like, Jesus,
what she made it through.
What you say? Lock the keys in the car and was looking at the motherfucker like, where's my baby? Jesus Christ. The moment I had to
But a man came to your
No, but
rescue.
that's what she said.
They said,
Like I said,
man.
it made her realize
So when
that.
I got here, what the fuck did I say? I said, we.
I'm gonna read this one down. Tony said, I do need solidarity. He needs solidarity in your life. That's what they need. That's what he said. He said the picture of now. I would say that. I would say that
But
because
these women out here is terrible.
I think a lot of them are trash. Well, majority because they've been trash so long. You know, they think it's cute to be slick and get trash. And the ladies not because you lose that. And I know as a lady, but real quick, I'm gonna read the next comment. He said, they told him back to say a man can massage himself. Fuck what you heard.
I just said that.
Confessor, I hope I'm not saying the wrong group. He said, sounds better on IJ. So I guess we must not be loud enough to some. What is that?
I just said that. Like sometimes all that man needs is just so be like, baby. I mean, ready to take a shower. Maybe I got shorts and shit out. Right there. I'm ready to get you a shower. Get something, go to sleep. Like, it's not all about purchasing shit. Sometimes it just needs to be for them just to be, you know.
This is price. It's no price on someone being there and knowing you and learning you. When you walk in and know something wrong, it really doesn't matter, or you know something wrong and you know your partner don't like to really talk during that moment of doing something, so y'all sit down.
Read some of the stuff that you read today. Is it Facebook? I'm not over there. Okay, next comment on Instagram was on the eBay said something before you said, hold up, y'all.
Yeah, because this was cracking up.
He just said if he needs his bills paid, he ain't been a man. He ain't a man yet. Nichols leading lady 2 times said, hello lady, I love you. All right, who I'm trying to get back to all of he said a woman's made a king because they got to submit. You can't run the show.
So submission. Wait a minute. What do you call submission? That's what I need to know. Since you want to sit there and talk about submit, what are we submitting to? Because in the Bible, when it say you're supposed to submit, you have to make her feel comfortable to submit. And that's where y'all mess up. So since you want to talk about submit, give us something to submit to.
Man, we waiting for your comment. We not even breathing in this motherfucker. We making so hard. Anybody got anything for that?
I don't mind submission. I mean, I don't mind, but like it is said, you have to give me a reason to want to, but at the same time, you gotta know the audience, you have to know the man, that you
That you're dealing with.
Right, if you ain't got no fucking job, and you calling me, the new Jordan just dropped, and I just want to know, that I ain't submitting to you. You submit the fuck to me, because I'm the one who won this shit. I got money, not you.
Because if you want to hold up the Bible verse,
Oh,
they
read
already
it.
do the first.
You read it. Read
I read.
scripture.
It's Ephesians 5:22-23. I'll read it all, but the first one says, "Wives, submit yourselves to your own husbands as you do to the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, as Christ is the head of the church, the body of which he is the Savior." Now that you jump to 25, husband, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her, to make her holy, cleansing her by the washing with water through the word, and to present her to himself as a radiant church without stain or wrinkle or any other blemish, but holy and blameless. In this same way, husbands ought to love their wives as their own bodies. So when that one is going to come on next, you have a lot of women that will love to submit, but we gotta be submitting to the right.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. So you're not gonna treat me like trash.
That's the thing. Like, if you can't. So that's the thing. That's the thing. You can want submission, but what does submission look like to you? Because I've been in a marriage where I got married young, my first boyfriend, so fulfilling. So what I thought was submission, it was the right thing, it did everything that I thought was the correct way. And it turned out, 100 years down the line, it was all two piece. So you gotta know what you're submitting to and why. And if y'all are evenly on that battlefield, because I can commit to you on whatever I feel like the terms are. But what is the word submission means to you? Some men think submission, the way it sounds like you put it, submission means I'm the king, you're a fucking maid, this stuff. But as for me, I said what it sounds like. I'm waiting for me.
Having a house, what a man think is the womanly job, making sure that he is good and all that stuff. To me, it's submission because I'm doing it because I feel like you deserve it. And I'm rubbing on you and making you feel good and trying to de-stress you because you're my man and I love you and you deserve it. So you tell me to do it on some bass in your voice, like damn bitch, we're at dinner. That ain't submission. Like I ain't making you motherfucking kidding me. If I do, I might throw that shit. So, I mean, for me to submit, so just like in the first, that other, I ain't get that last. Just like in that other topic, you submit. You expect me to talk to me. Okay, we talk. And I ain't eating no lunch. The last thing was like the baby because dinner already gonna be ready.
Okay, so submission. He just said okay to submission. These two other comments came out. Were they about anything? Were they about the show?
He was attacked.
Can you read that for us? Like, so we have okay. It didn't come up online. So where I'm looking at it at, I can't see that person.
Confess. What's her name?
That's it. Look like.
Her.
Yeah.
Professor, a woman can make more money and still submit to her husband. Submission comes easy when a man knows his role.
Correct.
And acts.
I mean, my husband, he was a good guy. I mean, my husband cooked. I didn't cook. I know how to cook. He cooked. I mean, everything worked. When my children were born, the first 2 years of their life, I didn't have to work because we didn't want to send the daycare and they couldn't talk because, daycare, whatever. But nonetheless, even to this day, if I'm in a bad place, like, can't make it to the end of the week, then something comes. You know what I'm saying? If I go visit or whatever, every morning I have coffee. Every morning you bring me coffee. I mean, so it's, go ahead.
Yeah, but I'm still, I love you.
Eat money bags. Just play your position. Calm that ass down. When she gets out of order, I'll take care of anything she needs.
I want to know
Eat
who's
money
going
bags.
So, eBay, for one, I hope
Eat
that,
bags, I mean.
eBay, I hope that you are not dating women that are beating on you.
I want to know. I want to know.
Cause it sound like he's typing in the corner like this. Just calm your ass down. That's what it sounds like when I hear the word. I hope that's not happening.
Know what the fuck you gonna do when I get out of order? Like, what are you gonna do to put my ass back in order?
So why can't you just say, hey, can you talk me about
No,
it?
I don't want to know what
The whole home, that's the only
know.
thing you can put bass in his voice.
because I just want to, when I'm acting the fuck up, I just want to be in the kitchen and say something smart. He just come up
You
with
been
it.
abused.
You the same.
Go the fuck downstairs. Come on. Come downstairs. Where the fuck is it? We going to throw that shit away. Because you've been giving me a problem all day, bitch. Get downstairs.
What you want me to do? Okay, yeah.
I'm like, but that ain't even good.
Put your pants down the whole
Shut
time.
the fuck up and get undressed. All right. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna schedule Daddy on Thursday for the show. But it's something I'm not disrupting my home. The only way to feel is I love to bake. Yes. At 18, a dozen and a half of eggs, which is like $13.99. I ain't doing all that to get choked. I need him to know, babe, on the days when I'm cooking the t-shirt, no, the shit's about to go down. So when he come in, he already like, they go home. Well, he already know put his shit to the side. Then go with the other eye.
No,
I need that.
I want to say too. Every now and then I just want to know. Every now and then I just want to say a little bit trouble. I ain't gotta be cooking, but
Who wants to ask for the abuse in the home?
not abuse.
That is abuse.
Not abuse. I just need him to know that. Damn, I did so far. She's gonna get his bitch tomorrow. So you act like this tomorrow. You fucking crying all this. Okay.
So for everybody that's watching, she's single and she just gave you the blueprint.
She the one saying one that says she needs communication.
That is non-verbal communication. We learned all communication ain't verbal. I mean, it's it's not around like, let me get this motherfucker too. He's like, what's on nothing? What's on nothing? Ain't on. I'm fine. I mean, just go. Just go.
Go in there. Go get in there.
You know what? I already know what the fuck is going on. Take your dumb ass in the room and take your clothes off now. I need to clothes. Come on.
Look at,
I ain't
I ain't got no clothes right.
That's all the fuck you want. You don't even say it. I ain't want to say it.
You fell from the box. She's the one that asked for what? Wait.
Communication.
Come on.
And then communicate while we're doing it. Is this what the fuck you wanted? Yes. Yes. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Oh my God.
Text you, bro. Sorry, y'all. Yeah.
My part of the communication was wrong.
Well, you know, well, you get that coming in the door. Sometimes I need you to jack me up and put my brains out. So now, what if you do it on a day when your mother coming at 5, You rushing around, you paying pants because you got your mother, your sisters, kids, your father, everybody coming over for dinner, and the Daisy's all coming over, and you banging pans and shit. He like, you want some that? And he get there and choke you out, and that's when you know everybody coming through the door. And you like, wait a minute, I'm trying to get corrected, y'all. This is non-verbal.
Sit down, I'll be up there when I come
No, you're doing this shit right here. No, you're doing it. He's doing it right here in the kitchen. He's like, because in his mind, you're giving him. She's giving them no.
They ain't just going on the fucking. So when they make it do it,
What if they did?
I think they do it for a lot. Some people, not me. So we was out.
You did
I'm
a
gonna
lot.
pick up the phone and say hello. Oh my God. Really? Yeah, sit down. I'll be right. Go to Jesus.
Bring them all outside. There's something wrong with Tori. We got to go in there.
But
She gonna say, okay.
She gonna say,
You
want us to come in tomorrow? You go at the mall, you take your call for the 15 minutes, but motherfucker, even when you
I'm getting reprimanded. I don't care what y'all do, but
I'm in
getting
trouble
reprimanded.
and I'm taking this punishment.
Even like you said, shut the fuck up, bitch, get yourself together. I'm with eBay on this point. Now, this bitch is eBay. This bitch is like this. What a mistreatment is mandatory. Violate me, daddy, mistreat me. If I beg a man, you better choke me till I said,
Choking somebody is not mistreatment. That's a sign of love. Now, if you choking with 2 hands, that's some abusive shit. But you come from the back and rip your arm. That's why it's one that just popped up. No, it's one that just popped up. Good. How y'all feel about?
damn, it's clear.
How y'all feel about a woman asking a man to marry her?
We just talking
It's
about
What the?
It's fucked up. I think
viewers, we need your comments on this.
Go ahead, Lena.
Do y'all agree or disagree that a woman, it's okay for a woman to ask a man, propose to a man? Y'all agree or disagree? Why or why not?
Pull that Bible back
first.
out.
For me, that
Oh, you said get the Bible?
Pull that damn Bible back out.
for
That's
me,
it.
that is taking away from his manlyhood. For ages and centuries, take it back to his manhood. That's what the men did. Don't take that away from them. Women have done, we've done their job. Where there's stuff in the household, whether it's stuff outside, inside, because I'm Bob the Builder.
Oh my God.
I'm always putting stuff
Oh
together.
my.
However, we can't take everything away from them and do so like a video.
Man.
I wish I would get on my knee and look up at him and say,
Oh
"What
my
you
God.
want?"
This
No,
woman is
let
right now.
me give you the benefit of the doubt to be the man that I want you to be. And when you ready to say, "Will you marry me?" Then I will say that.
Right. And I'm okay with bringing it up in a discussion while we eat dinner or something like that. You know, just see if it's something that you want. If you say, yeah, you something that's smart, and I say, yeah, you don't want to say whatever, get to the point of where we ready or whatever. Okay,
Yeah,
I know
you
now
what
that
you
we
want
both, I know now that we both want it. But I'm not
She
gonna
said
fucking
the
that
sounds
shit.
off.
I'm not
Right.
fucking that
Asking
shit.
you.
I ain't doing that.
I hear it.
I ain't doing it.
And I think if you also discuss it, when one person say, I'm a woman, it's not for me. Then don't waste your money on the ring because you say no. And well, you get a fucking refund, you know.
Well, if you go to a real jewelry store, you have some time where you can determine.
If he don't go to that bitch for like 3 months because he's scared to ask.
Well,
But a
but
year
you
ago,
get to that
still,
portrait
next
is
you better get a necklace. Because she told his ass, I done been married twice.
Here's my thing. Ladies, figure out the side of the fucking. Y'all can't pick and choose when you want him to be a man and when you don't. When we gonna bring out the word and when we not. When we gonna cook and when we not. when you want to be physically abused, so when the fuck you go. Wait, let me finish. Let me finish. I step back because I want everybody to get their point. Figure out what you want when you want it. Yes, you always hear when a man finds a woman, he finds a good thing. You also read in the Bible that, honor your mother and father, but in the scripture that runs right behind it also says parents should not provoke their children to be disruptive. So come on, don't pick and choose what you want me to get, what you want me to hear, what scripture you want me to know. Give me all of it. Because when you give me all of it, then our house comes to glance to the word that's created and we have followed. Our household is going to be what it's going to be. If I'm going to have a man and he's going to live with his grandma and he ain't got a car, he got a driver's license, he got a job, he got this, he got that, and everything we meet is each other's level of everything. But because he's saving up for that car I keep worrying him about, that place I keep worrying him about, he can't even put the bill for it. So what? I can't go ahead and get the ring and say, look, I'm going to put something down on it. And then he takes that and he finishes the bill and then he comes propose. Who's to say that I can't meet his needs somewhere else? Because a woman is not just, as eBay thinks, the king here and she right here submitting. The woman in the Bible, if we can pull it out if we like to, is considered his wife. She's made up his rear. Therefore, she's a part of him. So if I propose to him, me, we done this together. We done together a house, a car, we done took 1,500 flights, we done did everything under the sun, and I can't tolerate. No, I ain't said no, I'm not saying that. So listen, the point I'm making is it doesn't matter who said what, but at the end of the day, we need each other, we like this, we like that. So nobody knows who. He's trying to afford it. Who knows why I didn't do it? I didn't do it. I never know what business until you propose. I ain't put my foot in. Well, I ain't say I couldn't have never motherfucking shit in this house until you propose. Women sit, I mean, whatever. Women sit back. Women sit, no, not, no. No. I'm not saying you want to hit around. You want to kick it to you. You want to bring it up. I didn't say that. I didn't just bring it up. I'm saying we haven't open communication. Maybe we here. And so what I'm need. But the ring is what makes it solid for me. The ring, big tone, is my solidarity. If I'm giving you my solidarity, you ain't gave me that ring, then I gotta get ready to go. Don't wonder why I left because everything under the sun was great. When I got the court, I witness came to court, and the judge was honest. My witness. So the thing is, it can look just as great and it can be just as great, but if it's something in me that says this is not what it is, this is about I know. Bro, so my God, day one, will call me, up. I'm mad because I'm not saying nothing. Where I feel like my neck is swelling, my pressure is up, I'm hot under the collar, I got to figure out how to twist the turn and do that. I got too many things I do. I already got anxiety. No, I ain't doing it. Women sit and they stay in these relationships and then want to put the issue on the man and say, because you ain't never, bitch, you was running in front of your mother. And I thought we was in love. I thought you done met every need. I thought you didn't want nothing. But you wanted to wait all along. This bad shit, though. You caught wheels on the big leg, then come back up, and then expect the wind to be there. Now look, if y'all hit this car, I'm gonna need to know. Have you been past the Tori store? I mean, don't give all of you for nobody that ain't giving you majority of what you want back. I said it should be. Yeah, but I didn't say that. I didn't say just in it. I said let's talk about this. I know. So I'm not saying that. You're not saying this. I'm just saying to the people who are watching, I want to make it clear about the proposal. From my end, everybody got to say what y'all think. I'm just saying what I say. I can see if a woman did. I don't think it's so bad. Because you know, it's so bad for her to go to that movie when he lost his. It was so bad for her to go pay this when he couldn't do that. And then, well, to y'all, that's different. But you somebody else who used to the man selling out, that ain't different. Because women they spend all the time because he can't have sex. Because he can't, he lost his job and he ain't making money for her like he was. Well, women go lost that all the time. So it's not so different. But I get what you're saying. That is a traditional thing to be proposed to. For a woman, the wedding is the Cinderella story. That marriage, that proposal is a big deal. I don't want the proposal in a wheelchair. I don't know, baby, we're gonna figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff you want, but I also don't see it so bad if she did. Now, if he said no, sis, you gonna have to go in and take that. That's the same way on her end.
And if
If he proposed, she said no.
If he said no, is he saying no because he don't want you, or because you feel like you're taking it? Like you
Right.
that's manhood away. That part. No, I'm
Yeah,
supposed to be
a lot of
asking
She
you.
should know her man well
A
enough.
lot of people are talking about a ring. Who said? It's like you said. You don't need a ring to say, "Will you marry me?"
Mhm.
You can go ahead and take a piece of twig and go to the courthouse. You
Yeah.
don't need a wedding.
Some people don't even go to the courthouse.
Right.
That I know.
You don't need all of that. But all I'm saying is, for me, if you want to marry me, I need you to.
Right, and everybody's entitled to
Yeah,
that.
you don't even have to get a wedding. Listen, hey, we've been rocking and rolling for blah blah
Let's do
blah.
this.
I want to change your name. Okay.
And then
You want to one at a time. Now I want to one at a time. Come on, let's go to the deal.
Y'all
Y'all just leave.
If y'all get no last one, see that's why I don't fuck with people with no last one.
My first marriage was now the family knew, but they couldn't go. So we did an engagement party 2 weeks before we left. Got married.
I'm not saying that anybody is wrong. I'm just saying some people feel a certain kind of way. So, what? Read it.
No, that's not.
I'm not getting
So
through
you
that.
stop being phony and laughing over there and thinking we missing something good.
That's right. Because it's
No, that's not. I'm not.
Anyway, big fella from the block.
Big fella from the park, you're lying to us.
That's another thing I can't say is a lying ass man. Host, everything for the place. Go to the time of page. I can't go to it. Because he cranking up from something. What was the next topic? Who was the next?
That was it.
No, it was another one. Can't jump the soul to the anything else.
That's yeah.
Okay. We had our time. Yeah, we passed on time. This was fun. I don't know, is that Robbie Beard? What comment is that? Because I can't see it. I want to see it. It's something wrong. The one right before the last piece.
Again, men are the catalyst. Read it.
So you read it then?
Read
Oh, he knew he saw it.
Yeah.
Come on.
It says, again, men are the catalyst for marriage. The proposal. If a man don't want the marriage from that woman, they're not proposing.
That's what she said. If you don't fucking ask you, you don't want to marry you. So don't go out there and ask it.
Don't do everything that comes with being a wife if being a wife is your ultimate goal. If you are taking the milk away, why would he want that big dumb cow sitting on his couch?
That's what I said. We need to discuss that shit.
He got the milk. He got lactated milk. This shit so crazy. He got almond milk. You got some
That's
stuff.
so another one from Tucky 117. Y'all know the line is still dealing.
That Tuffy, that part right there. Women know that men are lying and still deal with them. But that also comes from their friends and sisters. Okay, because it's not situation. You have a tendency to even look at the line and say, okay, you will see. I know you lying, but I'm sticking by you. And I'm being here. I'm trying to show you that I understand, but I want you to cut it out so they do all those things and try to stay.
Well, you know what they do? They know it because they want their story to end like other people's story. You have so many men and women that stick with somebody they know the cheating is happening on it, but go out and gave him 2 years and then he's finally out there. So they stick it in, waiting for that act right, because that's what they want.
Yeah, but you don't know what
You don't know when they
to
gonna
do.
act right.
That part.
And sometimes you gotta be willing to understand if your integrity means more to you than having you or somebody. Because I'm telling you, that can't actually that kind of good way at times. But sometimes I feel like I'm in the pool. I'm right. That motherfucker looks straight on. Let me get an
I woke up
alien.
scared.
I'm
I'm
a
like,
test.
I was like this way this morning. I was mad.
That's what you do all the time to me. My slicker over there. I might have a laptop in there. I might have all sorts of shit on that side. I don't use that side. That's all. So the thing is, you gotta be willing to find out if the lion, if it means that much to you or not. But tell you right, a lot of women stay knowing that it's a lot. Boy, bring that up.
Talk to yourself. Between
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah, it's it. We don't get that. We don't get that.
But you said you was gonna close the show.
Well, I was, but I want to leave it. I can't see it. It's too up. I'm just reading about that. She didn't get it either.
It's only over there. It's a long one.
It's too up.
Cause I can see her close, nigga.
Bitch.
Yeah, thank you, that part. I call that putting you on ice while they look for who they really want.
Ooh.
They finally say they have settled for you. Come on,
Who is
man.
that?
Who is that?
You didn't win. Company stop.
Company stuff. Go in my DM and leave your
Oh,
email
I'm
address.
telling you who
Cause I need her on the show
Let me
next
tell
week.
you. Let me tell you.
Everybody
No,
is.
no, it ain't. You need to call her on the show. I see the face tag. That's Shay.
Oh, that's Shay.
Ain't nobody playing with
Shay,
her.
I see Shay over on
Yes.
Facebook.
Oh,
She
they
said
said
she
he's
do it.
following in
I got it.
So y'all may have to ask in a different.
Well, you know what? I mean, if they wear very in jeans that look like leggings and you supposed to be with them, you set yourself up for that. That's just what it is. Shay, I agree. A lot of times he could be just lying and sticking and saying not because he love you so much. He's waiting to he put you on ice because once he finds that one that fits all of his boxes, then you out of here. He out of here. He's gone. He's gone. So Shay, I agree with you. That has the all right. You say something. Yeah, say something. Okay. All right, y'all. This has been Straight Talk with your girl, Miss B, Court, Miss B, Q, Sword, Kitty Cat Cow, and Miss Lena, known as the haircut lady since day one. All right, y'all. Yeah. Okay,
And we out.
Get that.